welcome to the video. My name is Alyssa and today I bring you books that I will never read. I actually didn't have a lot of time to like search through the webs to see what books that I'm not wanting to read, but there are a few. There are 10 books and I think 1 or 2 are like a series or stuff, so I'm just gonna tell you what those books are. Disclaimer, this is by no means saying that the books are bad, it's just saying that it's not my interest, or I'm not really looking forward to reading them and stuff like that, so just keep that in mind. I'm not saying it's horrible that you like them, because it's not. I mean, everybody likes different things and everybody has different opinions, so I'm just gonna tell you that before I get into the books, okay? Okay, so one of the first books that I'm going to tell you that I'm not gonna finish, it's a series. I guess you could say that I DNF this whole series, and that is Ignite Me by Tahara Mafi. I have not read that book. I do not want to read that book. I can't. If you have seen my unpopular opinions video, which I'll link down below or somewhere here on the eye, you would know that that is like my least favorite series like of all time. Like, I dislike that series so much because of a certain character that just kind of switched like in a moment. For some reason, 360, he shifted in like an instant, and it was just not really characteristic of that character for me. So I felt like Warner was being more of a fan service, but that's just me though. Like, I mean, I could be wrong, but that's just how it felt to me, and I just have no interest in reading a whole book about Warner and Juliet being all gushy and lovey, and I can't. It does as a Juliet, well, not it does. People have told me that Juliet has like a lot of character development in that book and so on. Good for her, but I'm still very bitter about Adam's characters change in like in 360. So I have no plan on reading that series or even finish it. So the next book is actually a series that I have never even actually wanted to read, but I just wanted to put it in the mix because I'm not gonna read it, and I actually stopped watching the show as well, so why not? I mean, it goes as well with it. That's the Vampire Diaries by L.J. Smith. I used to watch the show like from the very beginning, I think, and I loved it, and then until we get to this Sire Bond plot line, and it was just really ridiculous, and I hated it so much. Like, I couldn't stand the whole Damon and Elena thing, and I cannot. So I stopped watching the show as well, so I don't even know what's happening right now. The only characters that I still love are Stefan Salvatore and Caroline Forbes. Those are the only characters that I care about, but I'm glad they're okay as of right now, sort of speak. Oh, and Bonnie, but I guess she's about to die or something. I don't know. Sorry if you have not watched it. Another series that I do not want to read, or I'm not planning to read anytime soon, that is Delirium by Lauren Oliver. I've heard really mixed things about the series, and I think this is a very old series, but I just don't have an interest in it anymore. Like, I really wanted to read it like when I started back in 2014 when I started BookTube, but now I'm kind of like meh about it. Like, I read one book by Lauren Oliver, and that is Her Panic book, and I hated it. I didn't like it. I was expecting a lot more, and it was just very disappointing, and I'm not really sure if I'm gonna like her old stuff, so I'm just, you know what, I'm not gonna read that at all. Also, a pretty old series, it's Uglies by Scott Westerfeld. I also wanted to read this for some weird reason at some point, but now I'm just kind of not interested in it. Like, it has an interesting concept, like, but at the same time, it's just like meh at the moment for me. Now, this is an author that I have read 3 of his books, but I don't have an interest in reading like the prequels of the series, and that is The Kill Order, and then apparently there's gonna be another book that I'm not really sure. It's also a prequel of the prequel, so I'm not really sure what the name of it, but if there is a name of it, I'll leave it somewhere here at the bottom. But I have no interest in reading anything but of the Maze Runner, like previous Maze Runner, because I don't really like James Dashner's writing style, and I just have a really hard time reading it, and especially since I already know what The Kill Order is about, and it's just kind of like unnecessary to me. It's like a book that it's not really supposed to be there, and I'm no interested. So there. This is gonna be kind of controversial because I watched the show and I'm in love with the show, and a lot of people who are fans of the books hate the show right now because of reasons, but to me, honestly, the show is amazing. But that's just maybe because I have not read the books, and I actually don't think I will read them. That's the reason why I'm only including it in this video. Maybe perhaps when the series is done, I will read it, and that is Game of Thrones by J.R.R. Martin. So yeah, that's the controversial one. Like I said, I love the characters, I love like the plot line, I love the story, but this is me talking about the show. But I don't think I can invest my life to a series where I do not know when it's gonna be done. Like, it could be years, and I cannot do that. I can't. This is also a very controversial one because a lot of people started their reading lives because of this book, or expanding their reading taste because of this book, and it opened doors to the young adult genre, and that is Twilight by Stephanie Meyers. I have not read Twilight. I actually tried reading Twilight when Twilight was going to come out a few years back. I tried reading it and I couldn't stand Bella Swan. Like, it was just so annoying. She was annoying to me. Like, if people were annoyed by Clary, I was annoyed by Bella Swan, and I just couldn't read it. So I'm not reading the series at all. I do not plan on reading her reimaged or revamped story of it. I can't. I'm not saying it's bad. I mean, it's awesome that it opened doors, it opens readers' minds to other things, but I'm just not, no, I can't do it. Another popular series of books, it's not really a series, it's kind of like a continuation of the series, and that is The Heir and the Crown by Kira Cass. I previously read the Selection series, I loved it. I actually have kind of like a love-hate relationship with it, but I loved it nonetheless. Like, I love Maxon, and he's like my bae forever. But people are saying that if America is annoying, her daughter is even more annoying, and I can't do that. I don't have the time to do that. So, you know, I have no interest in reading the daughter's story. No. I was perfectly fine with 3 books, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Then we have Black Ice by Becca Fitzpatrick. I actually read her Hush Hush series back in the day when I started my reading like hoarder thing going on with me, and I enjoyed it for the most part. It's not perfect, it has its flaws. Yes, it's kind of boring at times. Well, not boring, the second book is really boring, but I read reviews from this book and I really wanted to read it, but then I just read the reviews and I was just like, no, I have no time for that. I do not need it. And then after a while, a plot actually just kind of lessened my interest, so that's why I'm not reading it ever, I guess. Another controversial book, I guess you could say, because it was very popular at the beginning of the year, and that is Truth Wish by Susan Dennard. I really wanted to read it because it was fantasy and it followed these 2 main female characters, and they were friends, and friendship all the way, people supporting each other, well, girls supporting each other. But then for some reason, like, as time was passing, like, I saw that I could tell that my interest in me reading the book just kind of lessened, and it wasn't just because of the hype. It was just kind of like the story was not really an interest to me. Like, it was just part of the hype because I wanted to be in the hype. But now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, you know what, I actually really have no interest in reading it. So that's really the only reasons why I'm not wanting to read the book. Maybe I will at some point in my life, but right now, and like a short period of time of right now to like the future, I really have no intention of reading it, so that's why it's on the list, basically. So those are the 10 books, series that I do not plan on reading ever, hopefully. So tell me down below what are the books that you do not want to read ever, and tell me why, because I'm curious like that. And thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos because there are more coming. I'm actually kind of thinking of doing a bookshelf tour type of thing, or maybe like an art review and then go into a little more detail. I'm not really sure, but there's gonna be more stuff going on, okay? Watch out for that. So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in another video. Bye!
Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more.